UMCOR is a great outreach of, again, not only our annual conference, but yet the global church. I mean, as they do respond in disasters, but also humanitarian aid around the world. I mean, they do awesome work.
Well, and of course, with the recent flood, it became even more apparent how important the UMCOR kits are, and things that we do put together, and how we're trying to, even now, continue to make more kits of various sorts.
And the training that UMCOR provides is a wonderful tool for us as we have learned through this, and with the flooding and people, how do I respond? Well, we get folks trained.
There's been a kind of a progression in my own thinking about UMCOR through this disaster time. I began thinking, well, UMCOR is money. It's funds that we collect each year. It's money that gets distributed. But then through this experience, I've learned more and more how UMCOR is also this tremendous resource of staff that works with conferences and works with areas where disasters strike. And then finally, I've come to the conclusion is UMCOR is us. It is all of us working together under the training and guidance of the General Board of Global Ministries and funds that they generously share to make a difference in places that have experienced disaster.
Well, and the other thing that I've learned is that UMCOR is usually the first one on site when a disaster occurs. UMCOR is going to be there immediately.
The last one to leave.
That's right.
And the last one to leave.
Yep.
UMCOR's made a tremendous difference in our conference through the last year in providing us the necessary resources to do much more than we would have been able to do on our own. They've sent personnel, they've sent training, and they've sent financial resources to expand our capacity to make a difference.
Again, the money you give to UMCOR, 100% of that goes to where it's needed. Whether it's in disaster or humanitarian aid, 100% of what you give goes to help them.
UMCOR receives zero apportionment dollars.
Yes.
UMCOR is funded by donations, and they take what the small amounts that everybody can give and work together for the greater good.
Well, on this UMCOR Sunday, we definitely want to thank all the churches in our West Virginia conference which have given to UMCOR, whether it's through volunteer or through resources.
Thank you, UMCOR, for all the help you've given us to move through this time of flooding into a time of recovery.
Thank you, UMCOR, and all of our local churches throughout the annual conference. It's helped us tremendously and continue to help.
For this UMCOR Sunday, thank you, UMCOR, not only for your resources and your personnel that you provide, but for your connection with the Volunteers in Mission and all of the places that you serve.